This week on the Kiwi Barefoot Gardener, I take you along for a peek into hubby and my's trip to tropical Cairns to celebrate our 40th wedding anniversary. We check out the reef, the rainforest and the tropical plants, and yes, an unexpected detour to the Cairns Emergency Department. Come potter with me in tropical Cairns. My name is Dawn and I am the Kiwi Barefoot Gardener. Good morning. Right, well, it is Saturday and this vlog's going to be a wee bit different. As the intro said, I'm taking you on a little trip with us to Cairns. We've been planning this trip for some time, well over 6 months, and it was to celebrate our 40th wedding anniversary, which is coming up. We went a wee bit early because the timing was better. But yeah, it didn't quite turn out the way we thought. We had lots of plans to see lots of plants and do lots of things, but it had a big hiccup right at the beginning. I won't go into all the details because it's long and sorted, but it ended up that when our plane landed in Cairns, we didn't have an air bridge and we had to go down those really steep stairs that often get wheeled out onto the tarmac. And yeah, with my back being the way it is and what have you, I struggled to get down them, and in that struggle I twisted my knee. And yes, they did know that I had a disability and there was a wheelchair at the bottom waiting for me to take me from the plane to right through, customs, immigration and that sort of thing. However, I wasn't the only one who ended up having to try and get down these stairs, and with a disability there were 2 other people, plus actually a lot of the other people on the plane struggled to get down the stairs as well, with babies, etc. We arrived late morning and I put up with the pain in my leg not being able to stand on it until evening, and then it just got too bad, so I ended up in the emergency department at Cairns Hospital for the whole night. They were really, really busy. They were amazing. I've got nothing but good to say about them, and I ended up on crutches for the rest of my trip, and I'm still on them, though I'm slowly easing off them to 1 crutch at the moment as the pain in my leg allows. So yeah, it was a bit of an interesting trip, but I will say we got through and did most of what we wanted. People were really amazing, accommodated us, a whole 9 yards. So it was a lovely trip in many ways. So I'm going to take you on a few of the trips that we did. There'll be a combination of stills with music and some video with music, and this is all down to my amazing husband who did all the photos, etc. Except for a few that I managed to get on my cell phone. I just wasn't able to sort of stand and do the photos like I normally do. So he did it all for me, and he's such a good boy. I'm very lucky to have him. Okay, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out with the vlog today because I'm filming and editing at the same time. So with each section I'll try and do a wee intro and let you know what it's about, but let's try it. Off we go. The first clip is of where we stayed. I chose it because it had loads of vegetation and it did have a little bit of a barley feel to it. It was away from the beach itself, and the reason we chose that was because at this time of year during the day the breeze coming off the sea is quite strong, so we thought we'd stay away from the beach itself. We could go down when we wanted to, but yeah, but this is just a quick look at where we stayed. So as you can see, it was quite Bali-like, but very nice to stay at, and we really enjoyed our stay there. The next bit is around the Atherton Tablelands. We did it 2 days, the first bit being Corunda and the locality around there, and the next time we did a bit of a tiki tour further afield. Unfortunately, the weather that day wasn't great, so there's not a lot of recording there. And within Corunda, we didn't do the Sky Rail thing because the cable car was out for maintenance. It's out for a month, and the rail trip, while we had planned to do it, when we looked at it after I had my incident needing crutches, it would mean that we would have had to walk a bit longer than I was willing to at the time. So we drove up instead, so we didn't get the rail experience there. We did go and visit the butterflies, yes, and some shops, but I'm not showing those. But yeah, so it's this next section is mainly butterflies and a wee bit about a waterfall that we saw on our second day. Reason that we went to Cairns was that I really wanted to see the Great Barrier Reef. And yes, I know you can't see it from Cairns itself. You've got to go out on a boat, etc., or on, helicopter or plane. But we did get out on a boat. We did see things that we wanted to see, which was great. Now, neither of us dive or snorkel or anything. We've never been into that, so it was important that we did a trip that we could see underwater. So the one that we did do had an underwater observatory area, plus it took you out on little boats that had the underwater viewing areas that you sat in and cruised around the reef area as well. Now, the colours on the videos don't really show what we saw. I mean, you've always got to allow for lights and things, lighting, but it was interesting that they said, a lot of people expect the coral to be bright and colourful and what have you, but it's not, and that's because of the filtering of the light through the sea, and it takes out predominantly a lot of the lights that show colour. So the pinks and the reds and all that go first, and then I think it's the greens, and last of all the blues, and that's why the video looks a bit blue, because of the way that the lights filtered through the water. So yeah, it was a really interesting trip. I'm so glad I did it, and the company that we did it with were very helpful around me not being able to get from A to B, but they do advertise as being accessible anyway, and they were very, very helpful, and we had a great trip and a great day out. I hope that was interesting for you. It was really interesting for us. We also did a full day's trip up to Cape Tribulation, which was really interesting. Incredibly wet though. We had booked a trip to do the Daintree River cruise, to do the crocodile sightings. Unfortunately, it was the coldest day that we were there. It was only 20 degrees. I know that sounds, compared to what we're having. But the crocs didn't particularly like it, so there weren't a huge number that were out. Apparently it was warmer in the water than it was on land. But anyway, we did get to see some crocs. We did see one snake in a tree, but we haven't got a very good photo of that. You can't really spot it. But yeah, I'll show you a wee bit of what we saw. We got up to Cape Tribulation. Didn't stay out there long because it was too wet. The video on the boat is just a wee bit shaky because the boat was rocking. So yeah, we couldn't get it to stabilise anymore. But yeah. This will be the last clip I'll show you, and hopefully you've enjoyed them.